Hi, Luke Raymond from Inaxsys Security Systems here. Today we're going to show you how to program a very specific application, a scenario which you can trigger from devices like the LifeQuality sensor. And this scenario is going to be for low temperature, and we're going to trigger a water valve to shut off the water flow. The application is actually very specific. In water damage prevention world, you obviously can have water sensors, so water tags all over the place, and you can program a scenario where if any water goes off, you shut off the valve. I can also program an application where if I arm the panel, it'll automatically shut off the valve, and when I disarm it, it automatically disarms it. But there's another scenario that a lot of people don't think of. We're in Canada. Canada is cold. And one of the advantages of being in a cold country is that we care about our pipes. Well, one of the applications that we can now create is a scenario where if the temperature goes too low and we're afraid that the pipes are going to freeze and therefore burst and cause a flood, well, before that happens, we want to get an alarm. So that's what we're going to show you today. So I'll show you how this works. In the application, once I'm in the application, this is the Canassa demo, I go to the devices section. And as you can see, I've already learned in a LifeQuality sensor as well as a main valve. So the main valve, obviously, I can turn on or turn off the water supply just by clicking this little button. Shuts off the valve. Can open the valve as well. Just gonna wait for it to do it, and we're good to go. And then I can open it as well. But in the programming of this, how would we program a scenario where if the temperature goes too low, then you create an alarm? Well, I'm going to use the LifeQuality sensor to show you this. In the LifeQuality sensor, obviously I'm getting the temperature, 21.4 degrees in my house, humidity, 28.9%, it's quite humid in my house, and the CO level is very, very low, 683 parts per million. But when I go into the programming by clicking on the little icon, I can go in, scroll down into the scenarios section. In the scenarios section, right now I have no scenarios, but I can program one if I wanted. Right now I'm going to click on the create scenario, and I'm going to say based upon the temperature. I could decide that if the temperature ever goes lower than 5 degrees Celsius, let's go 6 degrees Celsius for this application, and I click next, it's then going to say, okay, what do you want to trigger? Well, I want to trigger the main valve. Next. And I want to turn off the water supply. So I'm going to call this frozen pipes. Save this. And automatically now I've created a scenario where if ever the temperature goes too low, that the pipes are going to freeze, it shuts off the water supply, guaranteeing that no water can flow. Furthermore, it creates an alarm that I will actively get called frozen pipes. So it actively prevents the flow of water and sends me a scenario saying, hey, this is a problem. This is basically protecting and allowing me to react before the pipes have frozen and burst, before there's an actual flood. It's a proactive alarm. This is an application that a lot of people have asked for and that is very, very popular in the water damage prevention market, which is the largest growing section of the security market currently in Canada. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the section below. We're happy to give you a hand. Cheers.